From Kecoughtan High School in Hampton, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Girls Group AAA Basketball. The Hampton Crabbers and the Kecoughtan Warriors. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to Kecoughtan High School for tonight's contest between the Hampton Crabbers, tied for first place in the district, and the Kecoughtan Warriors with an 0-15 record in the district. Right now, let's go courtside. Bob Hintz is with head coach David Six of the Hampton Crabbers.
Well, first of all, Coach, you lost a tough game Tuesday night. That now you're in a tie for first place. What do you guys have to do to improve what you did Tuesday night?
Well, I think a lot of times coaches have to take some responsibility, and maybe I didn't have my team as prepared as I would like them to. So that coupled with a little complacency maybe from the kids, and we're just going to work on those things and make sure maybe we have a wake-up call.
Well, and that always helps, but beating a team twice before, sometimes you're going too relaxed.
Yeah, I think so, and I think if you it had been quite a while since we had lost a game and just not mentally there.
Okay. Well, look, what do you expect from Kecoughtan tonight?
I think they're much improved. I think Rich Hall's doing a good job. I think that they lost, I think, by 11 to Denby and maybe 15 to Bethel. So they compete now. So I expect them to compete with us tonight.
Well, they're not going to roll over, that's for sure.
I believe that.
All right. Good luck to you, David.
Thanks a lot.
All right, let's go back over to Tim.
All right, Bob, thank you, and thank you, Coach Six. Doing a great job over at Hampton. 14-1 in the district, 18-1 overall are the Hampton Crabbers. Tonight's game brought to you by Zooms, with 14 convenient Peninsula locations to serve you. And the game brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. Let's go back courtside as Bob has head coach Richard Hall of the Kecoughtan Warriors.
Well, first of all, you had a great second half against Bethel the other night. Played them even.
Right.
You got to get two halves together, right?
Right. We're trying to put together a whole game if we can. Being that we're a young team, we usually play a good first half or a good second half, so hope we can put it all together tonight. Well,
now you're playing a team that's tied for number one with the first place with Woodside.
Right.
Lost the game, so they may be a little hungry tonight.
Right. I'm sure they're pretty hungry tonight, but hopefully we'll play a little better. We know they're going to come out pressing us pretty strong. Hopefully we'll be prepared for it.
Well, I know you've got them prepared how to beat the press, so
yeah,
that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Hopefully we can attack the press a little better than we did the last time.
Well, good enough. Well, look, good luck to you, Richard.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go back over to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Richard. Richard, of course, in his first year as head coach of the Lady Warriors. Last time out, the Warriors were defeated by the Bruins of Bethel High School by the score of 51-36. And the Lady Crabbers tasted defeat for their first time as they were beaten by Woodside by the final score of 40-33. So the two teams come into tonight's contest off of losses, something that is not particularly, my goodness, you make a lot of noise.
Oh, well, I can't even hear myself. I'm not even on.
No, I'm talking about with your headset. Go.
Well, it wasn't on. How did you hear all that?
I heard it all. Trust me, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Bob has rejoined me over here, but I got to figure out some way to.
All right, that better?
No.
Well, fix it the way you want it. All right, coming up with the Hampton High starters.
And here are the Lady Crabbers for you. Hester, Johnson, Earp, Plymouth, and Stevens will be the starting five for David Six's first place Hampton Lady Crabbers. As I say, first place, they're tied for first place with Woodside.
Well, they beat Woodside twice, once in the Christmas tournament, one in the regular season.
But they lost to them last.
Well, and they lost last Tuesday, and Coach Six said they came out real physical, and he says, we just didn't respond like we should have. And here we come up with the Kecoughtan roster.
And here are your starters for Kecoughtan High School. Pink Pinckney, Johnson, Asby, Weatherall, and Dixon will be the starting 5 for Richard Hall's Lady Warriors.
Well, I talked to Richard Hall of the Warriors, Tim. They had 24 first-half turnovers. Man, you just can't turn the ball over 24 times during a game, let alone a whole half. So that's some of the things they got to take care of the ball a little bit better.
All right, right now let's go to the center of the court as we have the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem.
Before I forget about it, Tim, I do want to congratulate Leonard Thomas, the athletic director over here at Kecoughtan High School. He does a great job of keeping the end line free for Ron Baton. All the other schools, people walk in front of him. Not here. They won't allow the people to walk underneath the basket, and that's a great job for them to do that, because it's easy just to let the kid come in one door and then walk through and in front of the camera. So we really appreciate what Leonard Thomas and his crew does here at Kecoughtan High School.
There are the officials for tonight's contest. On your left is actually Don Smith, and on your right is the referee for tonight's game, Walter Hamlin.
Well, while they're introducing the players, let me remind the fans that we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams tonight, and that player will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from David Buckwalder, and he is just a young man that loves sports, and he donates these plaques to the school system, and we appreciate that. The shirt comes from the Islander Sporting Goods. They're located in Kecoughtan. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment, uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
As you see in the middle of your picture there, David Six on the left. And now we'll pan over and we'll show you the Lady Warriors as they are being introduced. That is Carol Pinckney, number 10.
When I was talking to David Six about Tuesday's game with Woodside, he said they came out very physical. Now, they only have to play Warwick and Gloucester, Gloucester's probably the toughest team, but Woodside's got to play Menchville the last game of the season. And you look into the boys, and we'll get into it a little bit better, but in the boys, Bethel has to play Heritage the last game of the season, and they're two of them tied with the Hampton Crabbers. We'll do that game later on.
Bob, were you able to hear what Scotty said?
Yeah, he's going to bring up the sponsors and do the graphics.
Okay, because I couldn't. There we go. Tonight's game brought to you by Zooms, with 14 and counting friendly neighborhood stores to serve you. And the game brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, located at the Hampton Center Parkway at Armstead Avenue. Give them a call at 827-4670. Appreciate our corporate sponsors helping to defray the cost of bringing you the best high school sports coverage in the state of Virginia, right here on Channel 46.
Well, no doubt about that, Tim. And I do want to mention our crew. Scotty Bowers is our director. Graphics is Andy Foley. Audio tonight is Rachel Barnes because Mike Nowinski is in New Orleans going to the Mardi Gras. Engineer Don Chirow's cameras, Nathaniel Braxton, Susan Bowers, Ron Baton. Instant replay, Andre Mattingly. And we'll also have Bryant Rutledge and John Moore the second half during this game. On the camera of Ron Baton.
All right, the only tap of the ball game will start us as Hampton and Kecoughtan are underway. The Warriors control the tap, and they lose the ball. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it'll go right back to the Warriors. Eight-minute quarters in high school basketball, for those of you that might not be familiar. We've had 2 quick turnovers by each team in the early going.
Well, one thing you'll see, Hampton's going to jump, and just every chance they get, they're going to double team. And it's all in how does the Warriors respond to these traps and the pressure.
Asby at the top of the key, and she is met and fouled by number 33, Celise Boozman. That's CC
Boozman, yeah.
Boozman.
And she came in to double team, Tim, but she was still moving when she made contact.
Player control foul. That's the first on the Hampton Crabbers. No score in the first minute here, and then we've got yet another foul call.
And that looked like it's on Sarah Stevens. No. Was that on 35?
I'm still waiting for them to post it on the scoreboard. And as of yet, they haven't. Now they do is on 25.
25.
Siobhan Earp. So the shot misses, and the Lady Crabbers will try to get on the board here.
All Richard Howell can hope that at least they get a shot at the basket and they don't turn the ball over without getting a shot at the basket. Kecoughtan in the zone. They're trying to force the Crabbers to shoot from the outside.
This is Earp on the rebound. Ball knocked loose and retrieved. Crabbers swing it. Nice drive in the lane, dish, but before the ball was dished off, a foul was called.
If she'd have known that foul was going to call, she'd have gone up for the basket. She'd have got a 2-shot foul. Now, David Sick's going to call a quick 20-second timeout. This is going to be an aggressive team, especially from Hampton's standpoint. As we watch the replay, you can't. Right here, you can see she reached in, number 31, just reached in, and that's Tanisha, was it Drummond?
Yes.
Richard Hall has done a great job. First-year coach, young team, and kids are starting to respond a little bit better. He's real pleased with the improvement of both Carrie Dixon and Kimber Johnson. They both have really impressed him. Their improvement since the first of the year.
So it'll be Hampton ball with 6:39 remaining in a scoreless first period. Hampton moving the ball around effectively. This is Earp from the corner. Her shot won't go. Ball is chased down by Weatherall. And a bad pass.
Yeah, you can't go cross court.
Shot up, no good. Loose ball underneath. Batted into the corner, and they'll say it belongs to the Warriors. So neither team able to find the range yet.
As good as the Crabbers get in the passing lanes, you can't afford to throw a cross-court pass like Kecoughtan just did. Now we're seeing a 1-2-1-1 press, or the trap.
Don Smith is going to call another foul. I have a suspicion we'll be here for a while during this one.
That's the third one on the Lady Crabbers already.
Again, a player control foul.
Again, a long pass, and you make that long pass, somebody's going to get their hand on it.
Basically what the Warriors are doing, they're playing a box and one. They're playing man-to-man on Siobhan Earp, number 33. Lisa Weatherall is playing her man-to-man. Everybody else is playing a zone. You're playing a box zone.
And a travel call.
Tim, I'm impressed with the energy that the Lady the Lady Warriors are showing right off the bat. And there you see the 1-3-1 this time. Can't be lazy with that pass.
And you know sooner or later the Crabbers are going to convert, and they do. That is Johnson, Toya Johnson with the bucket, the first of the game, and she drew the foul.
Well, what she did, Tim, was just that lob pass, and you can't do that.
Foul is called against Pinckney. That's her second team foul. And here's the replay. You're going to see her try to get it, but she, bad enough she fouled her. She got her on the wrong arm.
Yeah, if you're going to get an arm, get the one that's shooting the ball.
And the basket and the free throw give the Crabbers a 3-0 lead with 5:20 left here in the first period. Trapping defense by the Crabbers. Warriors move it around. Shot from the three-point range just off the mark.
Well, you can see 3-on-1.
And converting is Ann Hester. So the Crabbers, because of that defense, converting on a couple of layups. Now they double team the ball and a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it over to Hampton.
Anytime they're going to cross that half-court line and stop, and Hampton's going to double team with him, you have nowhere to go. You can't go backwards to the side. You got your backcourt and your out-of-bounds line.
So the Crabbers will have it, leading 5-0. This game videotaped on the 8th of February, the year 2002. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz coming to you from Kecoughtan High School. We'll also have the boys contest between these two schools as well. That'll be at a different time, or different night, I should say. It'll obviously be a different time here on Channel 46. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will belong to the Warriors. This game actually a makeup game for our scheduling purposes, as this game, first we were going to have the Hampton-Kecoughtan games played at Hampton, but you may recall that was scheduled for the 4th of January, a snow day. So they made that game up, but we are able to add this game to our schedule, I'm happy to say.
Coach Hall's going to call a 20-second timeout.
So that comes with 4:11 remaining, and the score is still 5-0 Hampton.
Well, he just called a foul on Toya Johnson, I think, Tim. That's her first one. That's 4 for the Lady Crabbers.
As you look into the Kecoughtan huddle, there you see a good shot of Richard Hall instructing his team. And likewise, David Six doing the same with the Lady Crabbers. You got to think Kecoughtan wasn't thrilled to hear that they had to play Hampton after they suffered their first defeat of the season.
No, that's not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is that a couple of girls have got the flu or something. Not that they're mad because they lost.
Although Kecoughtan has stayed right with them to this point.
They're not scoring any points, but they're keeping the score down. So that gives them a chance.
Well, they're not, until I started to say not turning the ball over as frequently. And then, of course,
a lazy pass, Tim. You can't lob a pass like that.
Not against this quick Hampton team, that's for sure. Toya Johnson got the basket, makes it 7-0. Asby in the corner is trapped. Pinckney, she'll swing it out. This is a three-pointer, off the mark, no good. The attempt put up by Ree Williams on the fast break.
Nice pass.
And Hester has 2 baskets, and it's 9-0, a shutout now for the Lady Crabbers. Ball batted away and stolen once again. This is Boozman, or is it Bozeman?
CC Bozeman.
Bozeman. And a foul called.
Tim, Hester is a young lady that transferred into Hampton High School. She moved in here from New Jersey. Watch the replay, and there was no doubt about that foul.
Kara Dixon picked up the personal, her second.
She said, if you're going to make 2, you're going to do it from the foul line. You're not going to get a layup on me.
No good on the first one. CC Bozeman at the free throw line.
Yvette Edwards, number 45, comes in. She's just a freshman. She replaces Sarah Stevens for the Crabbers.
1 out of 2 for Bozeman. And it's 10-0 Hampton. They will trap when it's 100-0. They're not going to stop. This is the style of basketball they play. And then they turn it over. Warriors want to get it down quickly before the defense has a chance to set up. The ball knocked out of bounds, but it was last touched by a Lady Crabber.
Well, you see what the Crabbers are doing that time. They followed the young lady dribbling the ball, and as soon as Kimber Johnson stopped, boy, she was double teamed.
Bounce pass inside was kicked, so that will remain Kecoughtan Warrior basketball. Stopped at Zooms on my way over here.
Oh,
had to
I
get
wonder, because when I talked to you a little later, so I figured you must have stopped the Zooms and got some gas or something to eat or something.
I got something there to keep the tummy without getting too empty before the game is over with. No, we can't laugh at him. Don't laugh at him. We'll just make him be that way all the time.
He's going to be that way more often?
That's right. But, yeah, what I did was I did an away trip to a Zooms from my regular station.
Did they know you?
No, I haven't been to this one before. But they were just as friendly as they are.
Okay. But if you told them, say, I'm Tim Cole, they'd have probably rolled out the red carpet for you. Say, man, is he coming down here now?
Zooms rolls out the red carpet for everybody.
Oh, I heard they had your picture on the wall.
Yeah, it's that profile shot that they got with the numbers underneath my chin. Yeah, I've seen that one. There's a parade here. Can you talk to our good buddy Leonard about the parade in front of us?
Well, it's a little hard to do when the bleachers are open underneath it.
Shot is up and no good. A couple of Warriors battle for it, and it comes into the hands eventually of Carrie Dixon. And then we've got a foul on the ensuing play.
CC Bozeman, again, that's got to be 2 on her.
If it's on her, it is 2. Still 12-0 in favor of the Lady Crabbers. 2:22 remaining in the first period. Asby will fire it up. No good. Loose ball is finally controlled by Yvette Edwards. And Bozeman will go to the free throw line.
That was a nice pass from Siobhan Earp to hit Bozeman breaking to the basket.
A couple of very talented seniors leading this team.
Yes, there is.
That's Bozeman we were just talking about.
Well, she's just a sophomore, Tim.
Bozeman is?
Yeah, just a sophomore. She played last year as a freshman.
Well, see, I thought she played last year like she was a junior. So I figured she was a senior this year.
She's just a sophomore.
Well, Johnson and Earp are the seniors then.
Yeah, and Jennifer Plymouth. Got 3 seniors on its squad.
Well, this is bad news for the rest of the Peninsula District. Bozeman's going to be back
2 more years.
2 more years. Yeah. That's why David Six has that big grin on his face. Okay. Double team in the corner and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to the Warriors. We won't go into that possession arrow thing on that call. We just won't go there.
Yeah, we won't go there.
13-0 as the Warriors still yet to find the basket. And now they have a good opportunity as a good lead pass down the court for the lay-in is good by Kimber Johnson. So a good pass and a good basket, and the Warriors are on the board. Three-pointer is good from the corner by Siobhan Earp.
Got a sweet shot.
That's her first basket of the game. And the turnover. Underneath, stick it in the bucket. That's number 32. Or check that 30.
It says 32, but Tim, I think that I don't have a 32. That
Well,
may be.
Maybe that's Plymouth. That must be 35.
No, Plymouth is.
Nine turnovers for the Warriors so far. Here's the three-pointer from the corner. So we're not sure. We're going to have to find out who number 32 is for the Lady Crabbers because we don't have one on our roster. Don't like it when they do that to us.
They give us new numbers, and it might be.
Well, we'll just have to figure it out. We'll get someone to get on this. We'll have our staff of 100 get right on this.
Well, we got 10. He's got 10 people on the roster and 10 out here. So.
(18-2), the Lady Crabbers on top. Warrior basketball on the inbounds pass. The shot up and good.
Oh, all right.
Kara Cudlock got a nice bounce. Back the other way, the Crabbers move it around. Johnson in the lane, good. 9 points in the first period for Toya Johnson. As she is off the mark quickly, and on the steal, shot won't go. Rebound is no good. And finally controlled by Dixon. Less than a minute remaining.
She got whacked twice.
And what they call one of them.
One across the face that they missed, and then they got the one where she was shooting.
Well, they're going to say she wasn't shooting.
Watch this. Whoa. And then she got fouled twice. You better give her at least 2 shots.
Well, they're not giving her any shots. He's saying she wasn't in the act of shooting.
Oh, give me a break. She was shooting the ball. What a lousy call. Gee, money.
I believe the word I would use for that is lame. Half a minute to go. Ball tipped loose and picked up by the Lady Crabbers. Johnson has it. She'll drive the lane and she'll get fouled. And Ron Baton right there at her, or she slid to his feet.
And he does not flinch. He does not flinch.
He's flinchless.
Flinchless?
Frozen in his tracks.
Frozen. It is like a deer in the headlights, huh?
At least. So Johnson will go back to the free throw line. .9 seconds remaining in the first period. So Johnson hits both free throws, and the lead is 18 for the Lady Crabbers. Asby will drive, put up a wild shot, it didn't go. And a traveling call against the Warriors.
9.5 seconds.
Not sure the Crabbers are aware of the amount of time. Earp's shot is too strong. The stick back is no good as the buzzer sounds to end the first period. So it's all Hampton in the first period as Hampton puts up 22 points to just 4 for the Lady Crabbers, for the Lady Warriors. So after one, it's 22-4 in favor of Hampton.
I'm looking for one of our buddies. Look at that guy right there. Hey, fella, can you do me a favor? I need to know who 32 is for the Crabbers.
Sonny.
Who?
Sonny. My last name too?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, watch that.
What was her first name?
He said Sonny.
Well, that doesn't help us.
So I don't have a Sonny.
That's right.
Sonny.
Oh, please.
I love you. Huh?
Oh,
that's
no,
Mammy.
Bradshaw already did that in the Super Bowl game. There will be no more singing by any of the sports announcers ever.
I tell you what, was Terry Bradshaw on Cloud 9 or what, singing
yeah.
with the Beatles?
Paul McCartney. A couple of Hampton's finest there on hand tonight. Young man was kind enough to go check out, see who that player was. Wait a minute. Got a youngster. We'll find it out. We'll find it out.
Well, he found out who 32 was for Kecoughtan. We already knew that. That's Sonny Dixon, or as we got her, is Carrie Dixon.
At the free throw line as the foul is called against Drummond is Siobhan Earp, who's got 3 points in the game and misses on the front end of the 1-and-1, so she obviously won't get the bonus. Ball knocked out of bounds by Hampton. There you see the score, 22-4. Warriors trying to beat that trapping press, so they do. Heavy contact, no foul. They say
Okay.
she just lost the ball.
Well, after you get hit, sometimes you lose the ball. I mean, that even happens in football.
I've heard that. It's called a fumble.
Well, I like what Terry Bradshaw said about the Super Bowl. He says, if you bet against a team that's red, white, and blue and call the Patriots, you may be betting wrong against the wrong team.
Siobhan Earp with her second long-range shot. And Asby, I'll wait to see how it's called, but I believe Asby is at the free throw line. Young man was kind enough to find out for us that's a new addition to the Hampton Lady Crabbers, Ashley Hill. I don't think there's another Ashley Hill already on there, is there?
If there is, I've got it spelled wrong.
Didn't see one. So each team with 7 team fouls now, so both squads will be shooting 1-and-1 for the balance of the first half, which has more than 7 minutes to go in it, so we could see a lot of free throw shooting here in the first half. Asby misses it and therefore won't get the bonus. So an out-of-bounds play. Lost out of bounds. Jasmine Artis will come out, and Toya Johnson will check back in for the Lady Crabbers. They lead 25-4. Game that was considered a mismatch from the get-go, and so far it's proven to be that.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the Lady Warriors for not hustling and not trying to play. I mean, they have not given up or not quit. They are still just working real hard.
Well, we saw that when we covered them earlier. And we talked about the fact that that's all a coach can ask from his young players is.
Well, Ashley Hill, the young lady we weren't too sure about, nice feed from Siobhan Earp.
What I started to say was you can't fault your players. If they're giving you all of their effort, the skills will come. And that should be, no, it's going to be called an offensive foul. Imagine that.
Well, I think Carrie Dixon used her left arm to knock her out of the way. I don't know if we got it on replay or not, but that's what the official saw. Well, that's what he called.
You'll see the replay here. See,
wasn't that big a deal.
Thank you very much. That was a blocking foul, but that was not how it was called.
15 turnovers by the Lady Warriors. Nice block.
By Asby. Last time we were here, she was our player of the game for the Warriors. Underneath.
Nice feed.
Yep, good feed for Carrie Dixon. Sunny, as we were told her name is.
Yeah, we finally didn't know her nickname was Sunny.
Johnson in heavy traffic, kicks it outside. Now Johnson will try it from the top of the key. She penetrates the zone, kicks it outside once again. Three-pointer off the glass.
You got to call that or what?
When you're playing horse, you do. 30-6 on Hester's three-pointer. That's the third triple in the game for Hampton. And Asby is fouled on her way to the hoop. Foul was on Sierra Alston of Hampton.
You call, what did you, Alston?
Clara, I'm sorry, I said Sierra, it's Clara.
Yeah.
What happens when your pen skips?
I was looking for that on my sheet.
When your pen skips, the L becomes an I.
You're having trouble reading your own writing is what you're telling me.
Okay. So Jerry Asby hits both free throws, and it's 30-8. Johnson is going to be called for, someone called for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I think they called 3 seconds, Tim, on Yvette Edwards. She's a freshman, number 45 out there for the Crabbers.
Bad pass again. Shot won't stay down. Back come the Warriors. Asby has it stolen. Johnson, shot doesn't go, but the follow-up does go by Hester. So Hester has 9 points here in the first half. Oh, my, heavy contact, and we got a foul called.
I think it was before the contact.
Yeah,
he's calling it on Siobhan, I think.
Well, the whistle blew before the contact, or the obvious blocking contact. Watch this on the replay. Yeah, I think that was. Well, let's see who they officially called it on. They haven't posted it yet.
Well, they got number 5 up there, who is Claire Alston.
That's an old.
Oh, that's the one last time.
Yeah. They've been a little slow to put that up there. That's why it's been difficult to keep track of some of the ones you're not quite certain of.
There you go. It's number 20.
It was Johnson. That's her third. Pinckney gets the first on the 1-and-1. 32-9 in favor of the Lady Crabbers. Follow is up and no good, but a foul called.
You got to like Jerry Ashby. She's down there close to the basket. She gets the ball. She's going up with it.
So on that play, Johnson picks up her 4th foul with more than 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half. So she'll, needless to say, have to sit down, and that's a tough call because she had 11 points already in the first half, but picks up her 4th foul and have to sit probably until late in the game. Asby fails to draw iron, and that'll give the ball underneath the basket to the Lady Crabbers. You know, David Six might just bring her out and play her until she fouls out.
Yeah.
In the second half because of the lopsidedness of the score. Under a tight game condition, though, that'd be could be a crucial foul call against Johnson with her 4th. In the lane, nice dish underneath. Shot didn't go, but a couple of foul shots coming for Jasmine Artis.
That was a nice pass, and that was a tough pass because there was a lot of bodies down there. Watch this, Tim. See that?
Yep. Almost surprised her. It was so close.
I think she almost didn't catch it. You're right. Whoa, where'd that come from?
Asby picked up the personal, her 2nd. Artis missed the first of 2.
None of these teams have shot real well from the foul line yet tonight. Oh, nice block.
Good block, and they called it that way. A possession arrow will give it over to the Lady Crabbers. And now David Six signals for and gets a timeout with 4:25 remaining in the first half, 33-9.
Tim, I do want to mention that Zooms has given an award to the senior player on each one of the Hampton schools this year who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded plaques at the school board meeting after the season, and we'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for their continuing support not only of WHCS but all student athletes. And those players are from Kecoughtan High School, number 22, Kara Cudlock. For the boys, number 32, Phillip Allen. For Phoebus High School, number 12, Shanika Jackson. And the boys, number 12, Maurice Horton. For Bethel High School, number 30, Lorene Nicole Jones. And for the boys, number 33, Kelvin Franklin. And for the Crabbers, number 25, Siobhan Earp. And the boys, number 14, Stefan Tyler. Congratulations to those young people.
Scholar athletes. Earp's shot doesn't go, but the follow does go, and Edwards will get an extra opportunity at the free throw line. She is fouled on the play. So the foul fest continues. Both teams have exceeded 10 per team here in the first half, and still got half of the second period to go.
Well, both these teams have one more game to play. And two more games, Tuesday and Thursday. They'll play the final game on Valentine's Day. Final game of the season.
And the Warriors turn it over. Seems like the season just started, and here it's wrapping up.
Yeah.
Now the Peninsula District tournament will then start the following Monday, I believe, is how.
Monday, I think Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I think is what it is.
That'll be at Heritage High School.
Heritage High School, very good.
Earp off the glass.
Nice move.
Siobhan Earp has 8 points, and the lead is 28. We got to travel before the shot.
Siobhan Earp, Tim, is going to University of Pittsburgh, where Alicia Morse, who played for the Crabbers last year, is attending school. Already signed, and that's where she's going.
This is Earp. Gets the 2-point variety this time. 10 points for Siobhan Earp. This is a three-point attempt off the mark. And the rebound is grabbed by Jasmine Artis. In the corner, Bozeman open for three.
And they're just starting to hit their outside jumpers.
And stolen. Artis on the steal. She'll drive and no good. Got her own rebound and drew the foul.
And that's what you got to tell these young people, Tim. That was a very good example of after you shoot, go for the ball. Don't assume that every shot you shoot is going to go in the basket.
Well, I heard something the other day, and here's, as you watch the replay, you're going to see Artis get her own rebound and then get fouled by Asby. I heard something the other day on a broadcast, and it's the absolute truth. There's only one person who there's one person who knows better that the shot isn't going to go in, and that's the shooter.
Yeah.
No one else knows better, because you know when you're off the mark, or you should know at least, that the ball isn't going to go in, so you should go after it. And so many players start this backward pedal and, want to celebrate.
And they start the backward pedal before they've really got the good side of where the ball's going.
Exactly.
Good point.
44-9 in favor of the Lady Crabbers, and another turnover by the Warriors. There you see the score, 2:42 remaining in the first half.
And, Tim, that's one thing that I have harped on ever since I was coaching is weak side rebounding. That's the opposite side from when the ball is shot. You'll find more rebounds there and anywhere else. And the team that does that well will end up with a lot of defensive rebounds.
Earp turned the ball over. Shot is up by the Warriors. No good. That should be a foul, but it's called out of bounds instead. Warrior was on the back of the Lady Crabber, knocked the ball out, and they'll just give the ball to Hampton mercifully. David Six will probably feel that the Crabbers lost to Woodside is probably not all that bad of a thing. When you're undefeated on the season, you have that pressure of staying undefeated. And once you get that loss out of the way, you can take some of the pressure off,
Jamie Terry, number 55, just a sophomore, 6'1", put that last basket in for the Crabbers.
I had her as number 50. I'm not sure why. Well, that's what I got off of Sports Combine. So.
Well, there you go. You got to get it from me if you want it right.
There you go.
How many times have I told you?
I know. Bozeman hits from outside. So the Crabbers on pace to hit 100 in this game, and believe it or not, that would not be the first time. They have hit the 100 mark before. Turnover gives it back to Hampton with a minute 25 left to go.
Tim, they're walking by here with pizzas.
I know.
But you already had your stuff at Zoom.
Well,
so.
I just had a snack.
Oh, just a snack.
We call it in our house a holdover foldover. Just hold me over till I can get to the real stuff.
I hear you.
In the lane, ball stolen. Nice play by the Lady Warriors. This is Pinckney, and she could not control it. Lost control, heard that footsteps coming from behind.
Yeah, she heard the steps and just really lost control of the ball. Had that easy shot, and sometimes the easy one can be the hardest one. We're going to have a family reunion over here on your left.
Well, they'd love to keep moving. That's okay. We've got a spinning move in the lane and a foul call.
I think that's on Pinckney.
That'll be her second. And again, a free throw. At this pace, there won't be anyone left.
That was kind of a touch foul.
Go, if you call everything, we'll be here all night with this game.
Well, that was a nice pass that she got inside.
Alston can't hit it. That's Clara Alston. I inadvertently called her Sierra because my pen skipped. Apologize for that. Made my L look like an I.
A Skippy pen, huh?
Skippy pen.
Is that any relation to the peanut butter?
No relation. Shot second free throw would not go. The stick back did not go. So back come the Warriors. David Six using a lot of his bench tonight. Getting ready for that postseason action. There's Hampton in a battle for first with Woodside, and the team that wins the Peninsula District automatically gets a bye to the regionals. So that first place championship of the regular season is very important. Pinckney will try a three, no good. And Earp had the rebound knocked away, and she will get it back as it was last touched by the Warriors.
Well, and if there needs to be a playoff, it'll be played a week from tonight on Friday.
That would be the 15th of February.
Yes.
Grabbers, 48-9. Earp from three, short. Rebound to the Lady Crabbers. They'll kick it back outside. Earp, that would be a really long three from where she's standing.
Right.
Got a pick.
Oh,
This
nice
is-
pick and roll,
Yeah,
Tim.
good pick and roll. Follow-up is good by Jamie Terry, number 55, who was the picker and the roller. And the buzzer sounds to end the first half. So at halftime, our score is Hampton 50 and Kecoughtan 9. And we'll return to Kecoughtan High School for the third quarter of action after this brief timeout. Back here at Kecoughtan High School, we are watching the Warriors just to the right of your picture as they are warming up to start before the start of the second half. Real quickly, our scoring in the first half for the Lady Crabbers, they were led by Toya Johnson with 11 points. However, she did pick up her fourth foul in the second period. 9 points for Ann Hester, 10 points for Siobhan Earp, 7 for Cece Bozeman, 4 points for Ashley Hild, and 3 points for Jasmine Artis, 2 points each for Yvette Edwards and Jamie Terry. For the Warriors, they had 4 players with 2 points each. They were Dixon, Cudlock, Johnson, and Asby, and 1 point for Carol Pinckney. They were 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Hampton was 8 of 15 from the free throw line. In the team statistics, Hampton had 14 rebounds with 6 defensive and 8 offensive rebounds. They turned the ball over a total of 10 times. For the Warriors, they had 7 defensive and 3 offensive rebounds, so they had 4 fewer rebounds, and they committed 23 turnovers, more than double those of the Lady Crabbers. So the turnovers, as usual, a big telling story in the contest. We'll work on that overmodulation on the return between games, maybe.
Okay.
All right, the Crabbers will have it to start the third period. And I will remind you that we'll have the boys contest between Hampton and Kecoughtan also for you here on Channel 46.
Well, the Warriors are still going with the box and one.
Shot by Earp is off the mark. Back come the Warriors. And they throw it away.
The idea was good. They're trying to get it inside to get, yeah, that was Carrie Dixon.
I will tell you that they are playing better than they did when we first saw them back in early January. They really are, you know, again, they're you can see them maturing, you can see them getting better. But you know, Richard Hall is working with a young team.
Well, you gotta like the idea that they're improving, and that's what Richard's looking for. You know, yeah, we're getting beat. Sometimes we're getting beat bad, but are we getting better? And they are.
Asby double teamed in the corner is able to get rid of it. This
Oh,
is
nice pass.
Yep.
Oh, like it.
Weatherall gets the easy basket underneath.
That's a nice assist for number 20, and that's Kimber Johnson.
And Earp answers with a 3, her third triple of the night. And the lead now is 42. Asby's shot is off the mark, and Earp gets the rebound.
Nice assist that time to Edwards. I'm sorry, that was number 44, Sarah Stevens.
Who got the basket?
Sarah Stevens got it, Tim. Nice look by Siobhan Earp.
Almost stolen by Bozeman. Shot too strong. And the rebound and follow by Dixon is good. So Carrie Dixon gets another basket. Earp will drive and score.
Oh, nice. She's got to start asserting herself. Now, we watched her play in the Denby game and just did not assert herself at all.
15 in the contest for Earp. Pinckney short with the shot. And ball last touched by a Lady Crabber.
Well, that thing came right off the front of the rim and came down and hit one of the Lady Crabbers. It went off of Sarah Stevens, number 44.
Inbounds pass, not a good one. Bozeman with the steal, and she'll go coast to coast. Can't get the ball to go down, though. But Johnson in the game with 4 fouls, got the loose ball. Earp will try another 3, no good. Rebound to Bozeman, she got it.
She's got one of the nicest touches on the ball, CC does, for just a young player.
Bozeman with 11 points. In the lane, Pinckney's shot won't go, and Artis with the rebound. Jasmine Artis will push, check that, not Artis, but rather.
Is that Hester?
Hester. And the rebound came off, but stolen by Earp, knocked away. Earp gets it back. Johnson in the lane. Loose ball, and that will still belong to the Lady Crabbers. 59-13 is our score with 4:39 remaining in the third period. Second half brought to you in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the funeral director. Give them a call at 827-4670. I want to thank Parklawn Wood throughout the year now. They've supported our telecast with both football and basketball. And, of course, Zooms with 14 convenient Peninsula locations to serve you. Earp will try another 3. This one off the mark, so she's missed a couple in a row now from long range. Back the other way, basket doesn't go, but a foul will be called against Clara Alston. That's just the first team foul here in the third period after a plethora of fouls in the first half. Watch the... Well, are we going to? I think we're going to see the rebound.
There we go, right here. Nice. Yeah. She got a lot of ball, but she evidently got some body and some arm. But that wasn't a bad defensive play.
Not bad at all. Kimber Johnson misses on the first of 2. And hits the second one. 59-14, Hampton. Hampton 14-1 in the district, 18-1 overall. CC Bozeman
from downtown.
Just a 2, though I thought it was a 3 at first.
Well, I did too.
They didn't give her but 2. Heavy contact, no foul. Good job of slowing things down by Jamie Terry. Trying to fill the shoes, the big shoes of Alicia Morris, who graduated, of course, off that state championship Hampton team from last year. And we've got a foul called. Player control foul. Watch the replay here. You're going to see she just kind of hacked her and tripped her all at the same time.
Well, she said we're going to get 2 for 1.
That's right. That's her second foul. Feet to Bozeman.
Nice pass. Very unselfish.
Oh yeah, you know what? This is the way you win championships. You don't worry about your scoring, you worry about the team. Loose ball, and they'll jump it up. Possession arrow will give it to the Warriors. 3:34 left in the third period. 63-14 in favor of the Lady Crabbers. Stolen on a bad inbounds pass. Knocked away, and who touched it last?
I think ball's going to stay with the Crabbers.
And the Crabbers called for the travel.
I don't know if that was the travel. All I saw was the move 1 foot.
I was going to say something, but I just didn't feel it was worth the breath, you know.
No, but do you see
agree.
what I saw?
I saw exactly the same thing you saw, and you know, maybe the pivot foot came up the floor a little bit. I don't know. It was one of the things that you didn't have to call.
No.
But at any rate, stolen by Hester, and she'll go all the way in and score. So Hester has 11. So that is 4 of the Lady Crabbers now in double figures, and we haven't played, but we still got 2:55 to go in the third. In the lane, shot, got the roll.
Got the shooter's bounce.
Tanisha Ryan getting the basket. And a bad pass.
But I tell you, as fast as Siobhan Arp was breaking to the basket, you better lead her a little bit more.
Bad pass again, forced by the double team, and Bozeman is hammered from behind by Petaway.
There was no way that Cece was going to get that layup.
Well, I don't think that she even meant to have that much contact. Bozeman slowed down, and Petaway just kept rolling. So Bozeman will get a pair. She is 2 of 4, make that 2 out of 5 as that one rims out. Richard Hall will bring in 4 fresh players for the Warriors. And when you're down 65-16, there's no reason not to play your troops.
Play them all.
Get them the experience. You can practice all day, but you can't get anything like game experience. And David Six has certainly not run the score up tonight. He's had a constant flow of substitutions. He's just so deep with good players. And a good hustle by Hester, but couldn't come up with it before it went out of bounds. What class is Hester? She's a junior. She's going to be a nice addition for next year. Dixon dishes it outside. A three-pointer and a foul underneath the basket. Three-pointer by Cudlock. So the ball will stay in Kecoughtan's possession. Can't quite see where the foul occurred, but it was underneath the basket.
Yeah.
So won't be a shooting situation. It'll be a three-point basket and the ball to the Warriors. Foul was charged to Bozeman, her third. And she was battling underneath for position as the shot went up. Why not? Worked last time. Nope, didn't work this time, though.
She was concerned about getting the shot off before she got somebody on her, I think.
Long three, no good. Chased down by Bozeman. Out to Earp. To Alston. Hester looks down low for Terry, and Terry is fouled. She'll get a pair. Hampton moves the ball around so well.
Yes, they do.
They're looking for a better shot.
Just the constant ball movement is just very difficult for the defense to keep up. You're going to see the foul down low here over the back. Foul by Ryan. That's her
She was
first.
actually fouled before she shot.
Yeah. So Terry misses the first of two. A minute 30 left. Terry can't hit either of the free throws. And we've got a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Hampton. I just like the hustle on this Hampton team. They are so quick, always moving, always looking for the open player, and they're good shooters too. Earp can't get that one to stay down, but Terry got the long rebound. Earp will try another three, and just off the mark with that one. She's not bashful. That's about the fifth one she's tried unsuccessfully here in the last couple of minutes, and then a blocking foul will be charged to Alston. That'll be her third. So each team has 3 team fouls. That will be a player control foul with a minute 2 left in the third period. Double team comes to the ball. Pinckney gets away from it. She hadn't used up her dribble yet. Now the pass almost picked off. You better be prepared to shoot when you stop dribbling against this Hampton team. Bozeman with the block. Got a 2-on-none. Earp will score.
Use the left hand, Tim.
Yeah.
Good job.
A good observation on your part. She's not a left-hander, I don't believe, naturally.
No.
Double team the ball, knock it loose and retrieve it. It's an old trick, but it works. Earp will pull up and shoot. Earp had 10 at halftime. She's added 9 more. She's got 19. And we've got a foul with 1.7 seconds remaining in the third. And Hester picks up the foul, her first. Player control, that's the 4th team foul. Here's the replay. I'm going to see her come over and just be overly aggressive. Well, it could have been on either of them, actually.
Yeah, really.
So the buzzer, as we get back to live action, sounds before they can get a shot away. Ending the third period, our score after 3 is Hampton 70 and the Warriors 19.
Tim, I do want to remind the fans that we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams, and they will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from David Buckwalder, and he helps us by just donating these plaques. He's got the machines and the stuff, and he just does it for us. We do appreciate that. Shirt comes from the Islanders Sporting Goods. They're located in Kecoughtan, and John Roberts is the owner out there, and we appreciate John and all his help.
Remind you that we'll have the boys contest between these two schools as well here on Channel 46. This game is the final matchup of the regular season for us, and of course never know how the playoffs are going to go. We may have some playoff action for you, and hopefully some of these Hampton schools will make it into the regionals.
Well, you know, the new thing this year, the top 4 teams from the regional tournament are going to the playoffs, and what they're going to do is play the preliminaries at the number 1 and 2 seed, and then Friday and Saturday will be the semis and the finals over at Churchland High School.
Fourth period underway. Stolen by Earp. Got a 3-on-1 right side feed. Put it up and in by Jasmine Artis. That's her first basket of the night. She's got 3 free throws, so she's got 5 in the game.
Well, that was a nice pass that time by Siobhan.
And the good ones do it all, and Siobhan is as good as they come right now. Got a whistle away from the ball.
Well, we got a turnover or foul? I didn't catch it.
Apparently it was not a foul because they did not register a foul. 3-second violation, Bob tells us. Earp will try yet another three. This one's short. Had her own rebound and tipped it out to a teammate. Work it down low.
What a nice pass.
That's Ashley Hill, who's come in now in the fourth period for David Six's squad. Not bad enough you've got such depth. Then you add someone like Ashley Hill, who comes eligible in the second semester. Siobhan Earp, I'm not sure she isn't left-handed.
No, she is right-handed, Tim, believe me. That was a good ball player could shoot
I
that layup with the left hand coming from that side, and she does.
And she looks just as net.
Oh!
Hey, why not, right?
Why not?
Tanisha Ryan rattles one home from three-point range. That thing had about a one foot arch on it. Not sure how it didn't go in from underneath. Earp can't buy the three-pointer. Had three of them in the early going, but has missed her last 6 or 7 attempts. Down low for Hill. She forces it up and in.
They use that backboard. That's the difference.
And Richard Hall says, ladies, let's take a timeout here and re-examine this thing. 78-22.
Well, I tell you, after this game, I think I'm going to stop by Zoom's. Get me some pizza, maybe some fried chicken for tomorrow.
Well, you might bring some potato wedges home for Ruth. Maybe she'd like some of those. Watch a little of the replay.
Here's that three-pointer. Whoa!
Had more arch than I gave her credit for.
Yeah. It looked just as good the second time, right?
That's right.
Well, we got to be looking for a player of the game, Tim. We got some young ladies that have really stepped up in this game. And we want to thank Zooms again for their helping us to recognize the senior on each one of these Hampton teams this year that demonstrated academic excellence. That's David Allen at Zooms. We want to thank him.
I think we did. Warriors will bring it up, down 78-22. Game has never been in question. 22-4 after one, 50-9 at halftime. Travers have just played extremely well, and a number of them could be easily prime candidates for players of the game. Stolen, but she was out of bounds after she got a control of the ball, was Bozeman. Back come the Crabbers, always looking to move the ball quickly. Bozeman thought about the three, now moves in, dishes to Ashley Hill. Her shot won't stay down. And Carrie Dixon with the rebound. She's had a pocket full of them tonight.
She has really done a good job underneath the basket. She's been played against 2 or 3 different young ladies underneath her, but has held her own.
Dangerous cross-court pass, but it didn't hurt him. Asby kicks it outside. Work it down low for Dixon. This one is a three-point attempt just off the mark. Asby had it, knocked away by Bozeman. It'll belong to the Warriors. 4:57 to go in the game. Hampton will improve to 19-1 overall and 15-1 in the district. Three-pointer is short, but the stick back works out a perfect pass.
That was a pass.
That's
You're right.
Cudlock, Cudlock with the basket. Bozeman off the rim, no good.
There's a good example, Tim, of not following your shot. We talked about that earlier.
Because it came right back to where she had been.
Exactly.
And she was headed down the court And I don't want to be critical of her, but it's a good point, and these young players just need to remember that. Hill with the rebound. Johnson will try a three. This one is no good, and it's knocked out of bounds. The last touch by Hampton, they say.
Tim, number 32, Carrie Dixon, is the leading rebounder for both teams this second half. She has out-rebounded the ladies from the Crabbers, and, of course, everybody in her team. Done a real good job. Carrie is just 11th grader. She'll be back next year.
Less than 4 minutes to go in the game now. Off the glass, won't stay down, and Ashley Hill gets the loose ball. Bozeman with a foot on the three-point line gets the deuce. Nine points in the second half for Bozeman unofficially. She's got 16 in the game.
The number of steals is just, I don't know what they are, but they've got to be double digit for the Crabbers.
And another turnover forced by that Hampton defense. (81-24). If you joined us late, it's all Hampton. They led at halftime by the score of 50-9. And again, they're not keeping the starters in there. They've been rotating people in and out, but they've just got such a strong, deep team. And we've got a foul on the play. Look like a pretty good block. She must have got her with the body.
Must have, because I thought she got all ball with her hand.
Foul was called against Kimber Johnson. And that will send Clara Alston to the free throw line for a pair. You watch the replay. What do you think? Must have got her on the arm.
Must have, because it looked like a good block.
Alston cannot hit the first of two. Hill will come out of the game, and back in for Hampton is Yvette Edwards as David Six continues to rotate players. So Alston can't find the free throw line tonight. Got a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Hampton. Hill with the stick back. Ashley Hill.
I've been getting impressed with her more and more as I see her play.
She's got 10 points in the game. That's 6 Crabbers now unofficial. That should be against Hill, if they call it correctly.
She got a right idea, but she can't take the half of the body with her.
Got 5 Lady Crabbers in double figures tonight. Stolen again. Toya Johnson playing with 4. Doesn't bother her. She's only gotten, that's her first basket of the second half, but she's played a lot of the second half. And she played the entire second half with 4 fouls. Asby is fouled. Alston got her. That'll be the 4th on Alston as we hit the 2:15 mark remaining in the ballgame. Watch the replay here. You're going to see Asby.
Oh, that was a nice move to get away from Rum, but she did get hammered.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got fouled. So Asby has 3 out of 6 from the free throw line tonight. And misses that one. Warriors able to save it on the steal. Bozeman had it, and it's knocked away. It'll belong to Hampton.
Kimber Johnson knocked it away, but that's a lot of good hustle.
Players of the game, Bob.
All right, we're going to go with number 32 for the Warriors, Terry Dixon. Just done a great job underneath the basket. How many points does she have?
She has 4.
Done a good job. And going with Siobhan Earp for the Crabbers. And Siobhan has got, I don't know how many assists, how many points she got.
Well, she had 10 at halftime, and she has added 11, so she's got 21 unofficially. And as you said, assists, et cetera, she just, and again, you could have gone with Ashley Hill, you could have gone with Bozeman, you could have gone with Toya Johnson.
Could have gone with
Hester. I mean, you could have picked any one of those, and you wouldn't have been off the mark. 89-27, Johnson at the other end. So Johnson has 15, Hester has 11. These are all unofficial. Earp has 21, and Hill has 10. And with that one, Johnson adds 2 more. So 5 Hampton players with double figures. And Richard Hall calls a timeout with just 52 seconds remaining in the ball game. His team on the wrong end of a 93-27 score. Got 11 for Hester. Let's see. Give the 17 points in the game for Toya Johnson. Earp with 21 unofficially. Bozeman, who had 7 at halftime, added 9, so she's got 16. So you got Hester with 11, Jasmine Artis with 6, 17 for Johnson, 21 for Earp, Bozeman with 16, 4 for Edwards, 10 for Ashley Hill. And Jennifer Plymouth didn't play tonight. I don't know whether she's hurt or...
Yeah, she's not on the bench, so I don't know.
She's been a starter.
Yeah.
She was listed as a starter.
She may be sick, may be hurt.
Team scores 93 points and doesn't even have one of their starters.
We're getting rained on?
It's raining. I told Braxton it wasn't going to rain, and it's raining. Someone just having a little disagreement with a bottle of water.
Oh, okay. As long as it was water.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
You was hoping, you don't know for sure?
I was hoping it wasn't Coca-Cola or something like that. Oops, did we get a plug for that? Did we get free Coke for mentioning that?
I think so.
93-27. Crabbers will not hit the century mark. They had 50 at halftime. Ashley Hill will make it 95. Dixon's shot does not go, as the buzzer will sound to end the game. And I know to write the score down quickly because they don't wait you. Look at that, it's already off the board.
27-95, you're right.
So our players of the game, Siobhan Earp from Hampton and Carrie Dixon of the Kecoughtan Warriors, are 2 players of the contest tonight. The Lady Crabbers improved to 19-1, 15-1 in the district, and the Warriors go to 0-16 in the district, 1-18 overall. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest. The game brought to you in part, or actually brought to you in full, by Zooms, your friendly neighborhood store, 14 convenient locations, and in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, 827-4670. Nancy Staten is the manager. That's going to do it for us. For Bob Hintz, Bob Killen, and the entire Channel 46 crew, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.